Hello Sagittarius, welcome back to Crystal Clarity. We're going to jump right into the full moon and Scorpio messages. So looking a little bit at what it is that you're looking to let go of over this next couple weeks, as well as just taking a look at what you might have been creating or manifesting during the new moon and Aries period. So let's just get straight into it. What has Sagittarius been creating and manifesting over the last couple weeks? What have you been up to, Sagittarius? Okay. We've got the Queen of Pentacles in the reverse with the King of Swords. So I feel like for me, you might be dealing with like an earth sign or an air sign, but for me, I'm kind of getting that this is you working on some internal things for, the Queen representing your femininity and the King representing your masculinity here. So I feel like as far as your femininity goes, you've been really focused in with this Queen of Pentacles on your sense of self-worth, your ability to provide for yourself as far as providing comfort and nurture and care, as well as providing financial stability, providing just stability in general, security, being able to keep yourself very grounded and, practical. That's what you've been focusing on there. With this King of Swords, it looks like you might have, you might have just been thinking about a lot of different ideas or having some sort of ambition that you've been really trying to manifest or work towards. This is a very mature energy here, a sign of really being somebody who knows how to be objective, who knows how to get to the truth of the matter, somebody who just really knows how to what's the word I'm looking for? I don't know. I lost it. I'm so sorry. But yeah, these are both pretty strong, mature energies here. So, you might have been just struggling a little bit more with this Queen of Pentacles energy, or just are having to work a little bit more or work a little bit harder to get to that point. But yeah, you've been just really focused on your inner world, I feel like right now, and just yourself, building up your sense of self here. It also looks like Six of Swords here at the bottom of the deck, that this is related or connected to you kind of moving away from something here, transitioning away from something that might have been very difficult for you, very exhausting, that was very hard on you in some way. For others of you, this may not be exactly a current situation, but more you moving away from something that you still had a lot of emotional or mental baggage attached to. This is you kind of seeking solace from that, trying to finally transition away or transition out from this mental space or emotional space. So yeah, I feel like you're kind of working on yourself right now, which is good. What's your current energy, Sagittarius? Where are you at right now? What is the current energy, please, for Sagittarius? And the Two of Swords in the reverse come out. Lots of people getting this card. And you know, that's something that I think is just a reflection of the fact that we're all kind of dealing with the full moon in Scorpio energy right now. Something I did read about the full moon in Scorpio is that, you know, this can be a turning point for a lot of people. Like, a lot of people might be at a crossroads right now, at some sort of, turning point in their life. So that does make sense. Alrighty, so we've got the Two of Swords in the reverse, the Page of Pentacles in the reverse. So this is your current energy here. You might be dealing with an earth sign, so Taurus, Capricorn, or Virgo. But for me, I feel like you're facing some sort of choice here. Like I said, you are, you know, kind of trying to decide between two things here. I feel like what's preventing you, this might have been a choice that you've been faced with for quite a while, or time and time again, it keeps coming up for you. And I feel like the reason why you haven't been able to make a choice, or why you're really struggling to make this choice, is that you're still trying to gather information. I don't feel like you feel like you're quite ready yet. Like, you might be still trying to make some sort of plan, you know, gather more information, gather more knowledge, make sure that you have like a very like stable plan in place. Like, I feel like you're just still kind of like trying to figure out like the steps that you're gonna take and that sort of thing. This is still like in the very early processes, I feel like, where you're just still kind of like, you know what, I just don't have all the information I need right now, or like you're just still trying to kind of figure things out, I feel like. But you are being faced with a choice. I'm not sure what it's related to. Potentially, we do have the Two of Cups here in the reverse at the bottom of the deck. So this might be related to a connection, a soul connection that you are dealing with, where you are currently in separation, or currently things are not going very well, not going the best right now between the two of you. And so, yeah, you could be kind of facing a choice around this connection. But what's about to emerge for you here, Sagittarius? What is about to come into your conscious awareness? Okay. What is Sagittarius about to be made aware of, please? Got lots of cards that almost want to pop out. There we go. Okay. I honestly kind of feel, Sagittarius, that this might be like, yeah, I feel like this might be a connection that's been separated maybe for a while. We've got the Four of Wands here with the Two of Cups in the reverse, Knight of Swords in the reverse. You might be dealing with an air sign. So, you know, why can't I think of anything right now? It's very hot in here. I don't know if you can tell. But it's just, I feel like my mind is all over the place. Anyway, back to the point. Might be dealing with an air sign, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. But what I'm honestly getting here, this is very interesting, is that I feel like you had some sort of, you know, connection, this soul connection that you're dealing with here. Things were going well at one point, you know, you were had some sort of like coming together moment with this person. Things were going very well. You know, some sort of success within this connection, where, you know, you were not only enjoying it with each other, but enjoying it with like other people around you as well. But it feels like something, you know, definitely happened to separate the two of you, or just kind of bring things out of alignment, or, you know, kind of maybe a lot of like fighting or misunderstandings or conflict or something occurred where the two of you are just not currently in the same space as you once were. And I feel like what's about to emerge for you, like you want to make a move towards this person, or at least that's maybe part of this decision that you're facing, is like, am I going to say something to them? Am I going to not? What am I going to do here? But I do feel like you want to say something to this person, or you want to like have some sort of conversation, or you might even just be thinking a lot about what happened, thinking a lot about, you know, what was said and everything. And you might be just on your own kind of trying to come to some sort of like new way of thinking, new perspective around the situation. I'm not sure, but I do feel like for some of you, you want to say something to this person, and you're still kind of trying to figure it out, like what it is that you want to say, especially because at the bottom of the deck here we have the Four of Cups. So yeah, like you're not feeling too happy about, you know, what happened, the way that things kind of fell apart. Like you're just feeling very, just not satisfied with the current state of things. And you're spending some time, like you might have really withdrawn from them, or, you know, the situation could have just forced you into some sort of separation where you had to withdraw from each other. But I also feel like you might be just withdrawing from others in general, you know, kind of spending some time on your own, because you're trying to, you know, figure out how you feel here, and figure out like, you know, get to the bottom of like, okay, like why did things play out that way? Like why did I not get what I was hoping for, or like whatever, you know? And so, yeah, I definitely feel like for some of you, like what you are about to be made aware of is that you're gonna have something that you want to say, or you're gonna have some sort of new perspective in the situation that kind of brings you some clarity, so that you can kind of move forward from there. So what is it, Sagittarius, that you want to let go of? What do you want to release during this full moon period? Okay. Yeah, so we've got the Queen of Wands in the reverse with the Five of Swords in the reverse. So Queen of Wands being the Queen of Fire, this is your energy. And honestly, what I'm getting out of this is I feel like Sagittarius, that you might kind of have been, I don't know how to say this like nicely. Not nicely, but like you might have been maybe the one who kind of instigated things here. You know, this Queen of Wands, this is you in the reverse. I feel like this might have, you know, you might have been acting from a place of pride, or acting from a place of ego, and just being very stubborn and very prideful over, you know, like, I didn't do anything wrong, or, you know, my way is the right way, or whatever in the situation. And I feel like, you know, you kind of acted in a way that maybe you're not proud of, ultimately, even though you were acting from pride, potentially. Because we have this Five of Swords in the reverse. Like, I feel like you maybe are regretting a lot of what was said or done in the moment with this person. You know, I feel like you might have, I mean, it's hard for fire signs. I have to acknowledge that. You know, you get yourself in a situation, in an argument or something, and it's hard not to just like immediately blow up, or immediately, you know, run away, or just react impulsively, right? And I feel like you might have really reacted impulsively in this situation. And you maybe, like, the person just like saw a side of you that they just weren't expecting, or just couldn't, like, they just didn't believe that you would act that way. And it may have been really hard for them to see that, and they may have walked away from you and just been like, you know what, like, all right then, you do you. And I feel like you feel some regret over this. Like, I feel like you're looking back on the actual conflict, you know, what was said, what was done. And I feel like you're aware, like, you know, that you might have just been acting from a place of like, I want to be the one to win this argument. Like, I want to be the one who, you know, comes out ahead in this argument. Like, that's where like the pride and the ego may have come in a little bit here. And you might have said or done some things in the heat of the moment that just really pushed your person away and just really, like, you know, hurt them and just like made them feel like, geez, like, you don't even like care about this connection at all, do you? And I feel like you want to let go of this. Like, you're like, you know what, like, I was not acting from the best place. I was not being my like best self, my true self. And you might really want to reconcile with this person. I mean, that is kind of what I'm seeing here. Like, you might come in, this Knight of Swords might be honestly you being like, I want to apologize, but I don't know how yet. You know, I don't know how to say what I need to say. But yeah, you want to like let go of this situation and put this behind you. Because like I said, you're really working on yourself, you know, now. Like, that's your past energy from the last couple weeks, you know, so not even that long ago. You've been really trying to like grow and work on yourself, and so I feel like you're like, you know what, that was me from, like, that was not a good representation of me. That was past me. I'm learning, I'm growing, I'm trying to be better. And you want to let go of this regret you have here. And I do feel like you want to reconcile. I do feel like you might want to say something to this person, or you might want to apologize. And even if it's not to like get the person back per se, it'll at least provide you some sort of like closure here, I feel like. So what's going to help you let go? Yeah. What's going to help you let go here, Sagittarius? What's going to help Sagittarius release? Okay. All right. Yeah. So I feel like, you know, we've got the Ten of Swords here in the reverse with the Nine of Pentacles here in the reverse. So regardless of what happened, like, I'm not going to like put blame anywhere, right? Like, I definitely feel like maybe you did some things that you were not proud of, but, you know, I have no idea what this person may have also done, you know, but either way, it looks like you dealt with some pain here as well. You know, definitely this Two of Cups in the reverse, you might have, you know, separated from your partner or your soul connection here. And regardless, that's going to be super painful, right? That's going to be really hard to go through. And it feels like, you know, you've been working really hard to heal. Like, that's something that, you know, you might have had a hard time kind of coming to terms with, or like you might have been kind of stuck in the pain for a long time, especially we've got the Eight of Wands in the reverse here. So I feel like, you know, there's been no like progress maybe for a while, no communication for sure with this person for a while. And I feel like you're finally just like, you know what, like, I feel like maybe for a while, like for some of you, I'm kind of getting like you're your intentions behind healing might have been like because you were like, I want to get this person back, or like, you know, you might have just not had like the best intentions. But it feels like to me like you finally got to a point where you're like, I need to heal like for me, you know, like I can't like heal because I'm trying to like jump into my next relationship, or because I'm just trying to get this person back, or, you know, because I'm trying to just get some sort of instant gratification or something. It's like I feel like you guys realize like I need to heal for me first. And you you may have been putting it off for a while because you're like recognize like, you know, that this is hard work. It's not something that just happens overnight, and it might have been something that you just kind of pushed away because it was not fun to do. But I feel like now you are really working hard. You've been on your own, really trying to focus on your healing. And I feel like that's what's going to help you move past this, because you're no longer doing it for this other person or for all these other reasons. It feels like you're doing it for yourself now. So, I mean, that's good energy here to have. What are the outside influences for you, Sagittarius? What are the outside influences, the outside resources here? Yeah, okay. It's all making sense. So we've got the Nine of Cups here in the reverse with the Page of Cups in the reverse. So you might be dealing with a water sign as well, Scorpio, Pisces, or Cancer. But yeah, regardless, what I'm honestly getting here is that you've been very unhappy here. You know, this is a feeling of just not being fulfilled at all emotionally in any way, just like kind of not getting, you know, what you want out of things emotionally. And I feel like you're realizing, or you're going to realize kind of maybe through this, you know, what's emerging for you portion, you're gonna realize that like you, again, like I feel like you've been searching for happiness for the wrong reasons, or you've been just kind of like, you know, you went through something really painful and you're like, I just want to feel normal again, but you weren't taking the steps to get there, you know? And so you might have been trying to offer love, or offer an emotional conversation to this person, or maybe even try to jump into some sort of new connection, something along those lines. But I feel like you're gonna realize like the reason like why none of that was working for you, or like why you weren't getting any sort of fulfillment emotionally out of anything that you tried to put your emotions into, is because like you weren't going through this healing process, you know, or like you were going through it for the wrong reasons. So what is the advice then for for Sagittarius? What's the advice for Sagittarius, please? Well, I kind of dropped this one, but we'll take it. It says, hold your vision. So whatever it is that you really want in this situation, you just need to like, it may be really hard to see the outcome right now, or, you know, yeah, with this Two of Swords in the reverse, like it feels like you're like going back and forth a lot, just kind of not committing to fully to whatever. I cannot speak today for the life of me. I'm so sorry. But you're not committing to whatever it is that you truly want in this, you know, situation, or at least you're having a hard time doing so. It could be a variety of factors, you know, involved, you know, a lot of uncertainty as to which way is the better choice, because both options, you know, may not be the best option. But yeah, it does feel like, you know, there is something that ultimately you do kind of want here. And you're being asked to just keep holding on for that outcome. Like keep holding the faith, keep believing in yourself, believing in the situation. What else, please, for Sagittarius? Yeah, be gentle with yourself. You've been through a lot and need time to heal and recover. So that's what I mean. Like, I kind of feel like with this healing process, with this Ten of Swords, like, I feel like you weren't being the most gentle. Like, you might have been trying to rush it. You might have been, you know, engaging in like impulsive behaviors, or, you know, just being kind of risky around it. I don't know, but you are being asked to be gentle with yourself. Like, just surrender to this process. Allow yourself to go through it, as much as it is difficult and as much as it's not very fun. Yeah, life-changing epiphany or experience. It's a time of big and blessed change for you, and God is supporting you each step of the way. So, you know, these changes that you're going through, you know, you're being guided towards this. This is something that's going to really kind of, what's the word I'm looking for? Kickstart kind of like a whole new beginning for you. What else for Sagittarius, please? Right, so we've got moving on came out, and this is the equivalent of the Six of Swords. So yeah, this is you, like, I don't know, like, I feel like with this healing process, like, there was still a lot that you were holding on to that you were unwilling to kind of face, I feel like. And with all the work that you've been doing, I feel like it's kind of coming up for you now, where you're just like, I can't keep giving space for these things anymore, like, any longer, you know. It's time to let go of the emotional baggage, let go of the mental baggage around this situation, so that way you can, you know, seek shelter and safety and healing for yourself, because you may have been unwilling to let go of some of what happened in the situation with this Ten of Swords. Like, it feels like almost kind of a stubbornness, of like an unwillingness to either face it or to let go of the memories around it, or I don't know, but you are being, you know, asked to do this. And from the energy from the beginning, I mean, it did come up that, you know, around, you know, what you've been trying to manifest and create for yourself. So you may already be doing this, but if you aren't, you know, this is what needs to happen. There needs to be some sort of transitionary period here for you, where you just kind of release this situation with this Ten of Swords. Let it go. Alrighty, so Sagittarius, that was the reading. Thank you so much for being here, as always. If this resonated with you, if you enjoyed the reading, please like, comment, subscribe, all of the above. I always love to see that. So, and of course, we'll see you next time for the new moon reading. So see you then.